Hey there, fellas. Check out the car I've got for today's video. I think it's safe to say this is a legend of the USSR, because in those days this was considered a cool car. And there I've got another cool, well, that's not a car, but it's a cool little boat motor known as a Vicar 30. And both of these are what dreams are made of. Now, when it comes to watercraft, we all know that car engines are often fitted to boats. But an outboard boat motor to a car, well, I don't think anybody has tried that. But we are about to, so let's go. We just need to replace the gasket, that's all. Oh, terrific. It is just such a great fit. Why a Vicar 30? Well, this is one of the best and most reliable engines of that era. These specs are actually pretty amazing. Let me just walk you through them. 2 cylinders, 2-stroke, 488cc displacement, and it makes 30 horsepower, while weighing approximately 50 kilograms, 47, 45 according to different sources. The factory engine for this is a Paraget's. It also produces 30 horsepower, but it weighs in at about 110 kilograms, and the displacement is 1.2 liters. So at a quick glance, this engine has a noticeable weight advantage, with it being 2 times lighter. Same power figure, but this one is a 2-stroke, and it'll be way happier to rev than a 4-stroke engine. I think it is very safe to assume that with this engine, that car should become quite peppy. How much more? We'll find that out a bit later. Right now, let's get it installed, and then we'll test it. Let's go. Check it out. This engine literally takes up this much space, right? We might be able to disconnect it and tie it straight to the clutch, though we will have to make the clutch lighter. The clutch, flywheel. We're going to need some kind of light flywheel and clutch assembly. The first thing we need to do is figure out where we're going to pull the power from. The shaft is going to be right there, from the lower unit. If we were to remove the lower unit, if you look at the diameter of the shaft and the tab that locks into here, this isn't sustaining any impact. You've got the propeller, and to make sure nothing breaks, you've got a tab. In case you hit a rock or some sand, you know, it gets sheared off, and the shaft just turns freely. I assume it doesn't like impact forces, but there wouldn't be any in our application. We do need to sort the transmission, because with a direct drive, how are we even going to switch it on? We either need to keep running a clutch, or install that thing. Fit a CVT and make us a Paraget's with an automatic transmission? But if we leave the factory gearbox in there, we'll retain the capability of changing gears, to find the right ratio, to remove stress from the engine. We can set off in first. It's just chattering, yeah? That is very nice. We're attempting to start it. We do need to find out if this one is in good health, or... There's a leak. Yeah, I see it. Uh-huh, douse it. There you go. Okay, we're about to install the engine. We'll be propelling the car with the help of a CVT, one we've already used. We are now going to make a shaft, which is going to transfer the torque from the CVT to the main transmission. We are going to have to slightly machine the flanges, then it's assembly. We put together the driven portion as we go. Based on it, we'll set up the drive mechanism and position the motor. I really want to cut out a piece of the upper tube. Just a piece. There is enough space for it to rotate, weld in some bracing, though I am worried about this bit. It is really flimsy. Who gives a fuck about the arch? Short story, remove the lower unit to have a look inside. Right, so on a boat motor, the exhaust and the water pickup are routed through the same orifice. We've trimmed the lower unit, and this tube is what picks up the water, while the rest of this hole is what the exhaust gases are coming through. Together with any wastewater, what we need to do is set up a system to separate the two circuits. For one tube to pick up the water, and another one to dump it. We'll weld on a piece of aluminum, make some kind of outlet, and yeah, separate the circuit. So to integrate the boat motor into the car, we need to fabricate an adapter sleeve, one that will transfer the rotation from the lower unit to the CVT. We will now make a sleeve that we're going to secure to the shaft, and given that the CVT is going to have a lock tab, and will also be bolted down to the sleeve, we'll have a reliable connection. We're also installing a couple of bearings to make sure everything is sitting firmly without moving around. They're doing something crazy. Fan-fucking-tastic. It's smoking. It is cooked. Alright, engine is in, we're looking good. We've done all of the plumbing, set up the cooling, fuel system. We've got the battery, the CVT, all of it on a tray. Everything welded up, installed. And it should work. Let's try to at least fire up the engine. Why isn't any of it turning? I'm also curious. Nope, same story. It was just turning. Wait a second. Was it turning now? No, it's in neutral, damn it. I smelled of oil and diesel fuel yesterday. Today I'm also gonna reek of gasoline? What, you didn't change your clothes? We need to wait, so the water was supposed to come out from... Yeah, but it's just the exhaust. I know what we should do. Blow some air into here to get the water to circulate. Okay, there it goes. The water coming out of here is boiling hot. I have a feeling that the float is acting up. isn't functioning properly. Is it supposed to be this way? Yeah, well, there's supposed to be water. That was improvised by someone. Maybe routed into the tank? It's supposed to be routed through here underneath. That's for where we drilled. I drilled through here. You plug it, start the thing, and you get a fountain. You need to drill at an angle, not straight up, because when you let off the gas, all of a sudden you can feel the nice warmth on your shoulder. Okay, now we are ready. We may now commence the testing. Let's go. Better allow it to warm up for a bit. Getting used to it is key. Yeah, we seem to be in business. Shall we try grabbing a gear? And here we go. It drives. All right, let me see. Oh wow, it's even kinda snappy. That was me trying it in first. Forward second, reverse will obviously take us backwards. But let me try setting off in second. Second gear. Oh, here we go. It moves. It drives. Open the gate, I'm gonna take this outside. I think I'll drive in first, even though it moves confidently in second. But something tells me I should use a lower gear. Here we go. It feels... It's a bit too slow in first. I think I'll use second instead. Come on now, come on. You can do it. And it made it. There we go. And I've run into the gate. I really wanted to keep going. It just works so well. Now, we're not taking this drag racing, but it's able to drive, and it drives pretty well. Now we have gotten rid of any impact forces. This doesn't have a clutch. It's all going through the CVT. Everything is nice and smooth. I love this. It sets off smoothly, though it is a tad snappy from the get-go. It does give you a slight tug, but it's not too rough. But from there, it is smooth sailing, which is very nice. It even fires up better now because, well, the spark plugs were pretty old. Just like the motor itself. But okay, I'm going to take this outside now. Let's see. What is going to happen? Yeah, well, you're probably not going drag racing in this thing. I have already said that before. But in any case, it is confidently moving along. Let's see. Terrific. Here we go. Come on now, drop the revs. Nah, failed. What do you mean failed? I passed. I'm good. It's running. Excellent. Excellent. Come on now. I'd imagine you're struggling to rev so high, also in the cold. Crucially, the car drives. We do need to fit a different carburetor to it, at least one from China, so that it can run in the winter, and put the cover on to keep it warmer. Yeah, the cover might also help. My point is, with the right carburetor, it'll be fine. Find one that's good for 30 horsepower, or some kind of powerful Chinese scooter. Come on now, you can do it. Yeah, something definitely seems to be freezing. I get the feeling that something is freezing up, either inside the carburetor or in some other spot. You said you swam on a Veterock, but have you done that in -10? Well, not swam, I was boating, but it was snowing, though I don't think it was -10 degrees outside. Yeah, as soon as you drove out into the cold, it began to freeze up, yeah. You know what? It can easily be sucking in the snow. Who the hell even knows? It is fully exposed. We need to fit a completely different carburetor. That might significantly improve the situation. Like from a scooter. Yeah, like from an Alpha. Precisely. Okay guys, this was a rather interesting one. We took an outboard engine for a boat, connected it via CVT to eliminate any impact forces. From there we set up a rudimentary cooling system, and that's it, we were good to go. Too bad it's not the summer. I would have loved to do a top speed run. The CVT would have definitely allowed for it, but the weather conditions do not. But the interesting thing here is that, well, we got a Zaporozhets with a boat engine, and we're just making our first steps in this field. This was interesting for us, and hopefully it was for you too. Please share your ideas as to what else we can do with a boat motor. We do have our own thoughts. Perhaps you're thinking the same thing as us. It's all in our hands, it's all up to us. This worked out, it was great. The car drove, and that is it for this video. Catch you guys later.